Hey everybody, it's January 23rd. That means we're reading John chapter 18, verses 15 through 27. So, yesterday with Pastor Ed, we saw the betrayal and the arrest of Jesus. Uh, and so now we're moving into um, kind of moving into the events that led up to the crucifixion, right? And so Jesus yesterday goes and faces Ananias and Caiaphas. And so today's reading, we see after he saw them, we can see that they go into a courtyard in order to have this trial. And this courtyard was at Caiaphas's house. And so we can see in our reading today that the disciples followed. Peter was one of them. We can see there Peter denies Jesus for the first time there, right? So one of the servant girls, probably of Caiaphas's house or Annas' house, noticed him, saw him, and just said, "Aren't you one of the disciples?" And he said to a little girl, "No, absolutely not." And so that was the first. And then we move into this to the high priest Annas, asking these questions of Jesus, trying to get him to say even more. And Jesus really didn't fall for it. He just said, I haven't said anything behind closed doors. Everything that you say that I have said, everything that you say I've done in the open. You have plenty of witnesses. You don't need me to do anything, right? Jesus knew that he was going to be found guilty. Jesus needed to be found guilty so that they would move through to the crucifixion, leading up to his death, leading up to our salvation. He didn't go along with it. He necessarily didn't give them a lot of information, but what he was saying was true, and he was saying that everything that I've said has been in public. There's a million witnesses. You don't need this fake trial. You don't need these questions. You don't need all of this. Let's just move along, right? Let's just get this going. Let's attend to what my Father's will is really, and that is for the death of Jesus Christ. And so after this, they move him on. They're going to move him on to go see Pilate, but we'll read that tomorrow. But we can see in between that, Peter denies Jesus two more times. And it's amazing. We just see Jesus is standing in the courtyard. A servant girl sees him. Then we can see the second time in verse 25 about he's warming himself by the fire. You can imagine a night in the desert. It gets pretty cool. I can tell you, I was there in Jerusalem. It's cold. It gets cold, very cool in the evening, and so he's warming himself by the fire. And somebody said, "Aren't you one of the disciples?" And then he denies again. And then somebody else says, "Yeah, I was there. I was there when you cut off the guard's ear. You were there." And he denied it again. And it says, verse 27, just so simply stated, right? Peter again denied it, and at once the rooster crowed, just instantly. And you would have had to believe that Peter, when he heard that rooster crow in the middle of the night, it was not ordinary. It was out of place. But at that moment he did it, he had to recall all that Jesus told him, right? Where he just said, "I'll do anything for you." And Jesus said, "You're going to deny me three times." Jesus, I would never do that. You'll do that before the rooster crows. And he hears that rooster and instantly just proves, for one, Jesus is God, right? He knows future. He knows the past, the present, and the future. He is the I am. But also proving our sinfulness, right? I mean, Peter, a disciple, a great follower, a man who was there with Jesus, saying that he would do whatever he was, would deny Jesus instantly, just in a small amount of time. And the reality is we all would do that, right? We all at times put ourselves and our personalities and our status and our money and our lifestyle. We put a lot of things before Jesus. And that's exactly what Peter did. And it just reminds us that we are all sinful. Don't forget today that our prayer focus is to pray for your coworkers. Pray for your coworkers. And I know some of you are watching this. You might be retired, but pray for the people you did work for. Maybe you're still in contact with them on Facebook or social media or email. And I want to take it one step further. I encourage you not to just pray for your coworkers, but to let them know today that you are. Send them a text, call them, send them a Facebook message. Hey, you know what? We're doing this thing, and today my pastor wanted me to pray for a coworker, so today I prayed for you. And that's it. That's all you have to say. It's not a theological discourse with them. It's just saying, you know what? I love you enough. I want to pray for you. And amazing what those opportunities will do, and maybe what door God will open there. So pray for your coworkers. Take it a step further and let them know that you're praying for them, and just see what God will do there. Guys, I'm enjoying this. You're almost there. Hang in there, and we will see you tomorrow. God bless.